welcome to today's coffee chat. I'm Sierra Bush and I'm the founder of Creative Edge Travel. So let me get this set up correctly. There we go. Okay, I should be able to see your comments come through. Leave me a note where you're tuning in from. If it's your first time here, let me know so I can give you a shout out. Okay, I think we're set. So these days, when people travel, they don't want to stand around in line with tourists. They want to be eating with locals in their home and exploring hidden gems that feel like their own little discovery and their own little secret. So Creative Edge Travel helps people experience Italy's far-flung places and the fading traditions of the culture through genuine connection with our local friends. So we kind of take you right to the heart of the culture so you can step into Italy as if you're a local. I love my job, even during a pandemic, because not only do I get to create from scratch these beautiful, meaningful experiences for my guests, but I also get to share my knowledge about Italy with you through these coffee chats, and that's what we're going to do today. So today's topic is fun Italian phrases to sound like a local. And I love this topic because so many people, when they travel, they decide to learn a little bit of the language so that they can connect with the local people and have a deeper experience that way. But when you start studying Italian, yes, it's fun. Yes, it's beautiful. Yes, it's work and it's hard. So a lot of people will kind of drop off before they take it too far and really pick up the language, which makes sense if you're just going to be there for a week, 2-week trip. Some people it's worth learning the language, and other people it's just too much. So if you still want to be able to make those connections with local people, but you don't want to spend time learning the whole language, you can learn the phrases that I'm going to share with you today that's going to pique people's interest. They're going to hear you use this super local slang Italian phrase, and they're going to do a double take and be like, wait, what did that American tourist just say? Because they're going to be surprised that not only did you know that phrase, but you used it. So that's going to pique their curiosity, and it's kind of the lazy man's way into the heart of locals, so that you just learn those key phrases that only native speakers really use, and that's going to make you stand apart from other tourists and pique their curiosity so that you can form that deeper connection with the locals that you come in contact with without having to learn the entire language, right? Because really why you're learning Italian is so that you can connect. And so this is kind of your shortcut if you are feeling a bit lazy. But I do still recommend that you learn the basic phrases. I do still think that's important, but I know it's not feasible for everybody in every situation. So the first phrase, will someone give me a comment and a thumbs up so that I know that this is working? Because for me, the feed is paused. It's frozen. So I just want to make sure that things are actually rolling. Let me check something. Okay, it says I'm live. We'll trust it. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. So we're gonna dive in now. The first phrase is Salve, come va? And it really means, hey, how's it going? So it's a more casual and colloquial way of saying buongiorno, come stai, which is a little bit more formal or official. So if you want to just sound a little bit more casual, more relaxed with the person, you've probably already met them once before, then you can just say come va instead of buongiorno, come stai, come va. By the way, I have put all these phrases in the very bottom of the description so you can check out how they're written and visualize the word as I'm reading it. So, salve, come va? Salve, come va? That's how you would say it. All right, so the next one is Macché. Macché. I love this because it's so emphatic, has so much energy to it. So Macché means well, ma, actually the word ma means but, and K means what. So it literally means but what. So it's a way of saying no that expresses disbelief or disappointment. It's a strong way to say, of course not, or certainly not, or not even. So I think of it as kind of like, since it means but what, I think of it as, but what are you saying? Are you crazy? Macché. So an example would be, Sierra, sei andata in vacanza quest'estate? Macché. So what I said was, Sierra, did you go on vacation this summer? And I said, Macché, are you crazy? Of course not even close. I was in a pandemic. I was busy trying to keep my business alive. Sorry. So Sierra, sei andata in vacanza quest'estate? Macché. Another example would be, by the way, I've tried to make these examples things that you might actually use if you're, let's say you're coming and going a lot in your hotel and you get to kind of build a rapport with the person that's always at the desk or the owner of the B&B or whatever it is, or you see the same person at the bar where you have breakfast. I've made these examples, these little phrases that you might feasibly exchange with someone in that situation so that you can actually use these. So the person at the front desk might say, oh, hey, did you make it to the Vatican before it closed? And you could say, Macché, not even close. Like you're saying no, but you're also expressing disappointment and frustration. So Macché, it's a fun one. The next one is Eccome, Eccome. So means and, come means how. It's a more emphatic way to say yes. So it'd be like saying absolutely, or you'd better believe it. There's no doubt, of course. So for example, if someone asked me, did you like the gelato? Eccome. I would say Eccome. I just realized I do this with like every word I say, but so it's a more emphatic way to say, how could I not? Like, of course I did. Of course I loved it. It's gelato. It was amazing. Did you like the gelato? Eccome. All right, the next one is similar to Eccome, but it's Eccomi. Eccomi. I know it's very similar, but they're totally different. Eccomi. This is a fun one. It really just means here I am, or I'm here. So echo is kind of like here, and me is like me, I. So eccomi, here I am. So you could use it like if you were having difficulty connecting on Skype and then it finally connects, you could say, eccomi. Or sometimes they say the we form, eccoci, instead of me, eccoci. So here we are, everything's good now, let's go. Or if you're running late for a meeting and you finally get there, you could say, Eccomi, here I am, I'm here. Or another example would be if you're having dinner with an Italian and you go to the bathroom, and when you come back and sit down, you're like, Eccomi, Eccomi. So you go to the bathroom, you come back and say, okay, here I am, here we are. Now I'm settled, now I'm ready to give you my attention. Eccomi. The next one is, hi Janice, thanks for coming. Hi Raghuveer. Okay, good to see you guys. So the next phrase is facciamo il chilo. Facciamo il chilo. And that means let's rest after lunch. So you would use it, for example, abbiamo mangiato un sacco. Facciamo il chilo. So that means we ate too much. We ate so much. Let's take a post-lunch rest. So this would be really fun if you have if you're doing like a cooking class and then you eat, or someone invites you into their home for dinner or something like that. You could say this after your big multi-course meal when you're feeling so stuffed, but it was so amazing. You can say facciamo sorry, facciamo il chilo. Facciamo il chilo. Again, that means we ate too much. Let's take a rest after lunch. Usually I end up saying facciamo un pisolino. And that means pisolino is like a child's way of saying a nap. So it's kind of like a very obscure vocabulary word that everyone's always like, wait, that's funny. How do you know pisolino? So facciamo un pisolino. So that's just like, let's take a nap, because that's what you always want to do after eating a really big lunch. You're just like, facciamo un pisolino. Let's take a nap now. Okay, so the next phrase is è tutto pepe. È tutto pepe. It means it's a way of saying that somebody is full of life. They have a vibrant personality or a sunny disposition that lifts everyone's spirits that they're around. È tutto pepe. So it literally means he is pepper. So you're kind of saying like he or she is peppery. He's like vibrant. Another way that I've actually heard more often is solare. È solare. Solare. It means sunny. So that I can keep that vocabulary in my head, because solare, it makes me think of solar, which is sunny, and you're trying to say that someone has a sunny personality. They're very bright and full of life. Ciao, Liviana. Thanks for coming. Okay, so we just went over è tutto pepe. So a few of you are tuning in now, so I'm gonna do a quick recap. So the first one that we did was Salve, come va, which is just a more casual way of saying, hey, how's it going, instead of saying, how are you? The next one was Macché, and this is like a way of saying no that expresses disbelief or disappointment. So it would be like, did you make it to the Vatican before it closed? Macché. Like, what are you saying? Are you crazy? Not even close. The next one was Eccome. E means and, come means how. So it's a more emphatic way of saying yes. That means absolutely, you'd better believe it. So did you like the gelato? Eccome. Of course I liked it. It's not even a question. How could you ask that? And the next one was Eccomi, which means here I am, or I'm here. And then Facciamo il chilo, which is what you're like me when you're saying post-lunch rest. And then what we just did was è tutto pepe, is vibrant, full of life, lifts everyone's spirit. And another way to say it is the word solare, è solare. Okay, so moving on, the next one is non vedo l'ora. Non vedo l'ora. It means I can't wait. I'm so excited. It literally means I don't see the hour. So non is no or don't. Vedo is I see, and l'ora is hour. Non vedo l'ora. I don't see the hour. It actually means I'm so excited, I can't wait. So an example would be, tomorrow you'll go on the wine tour? Sì, non vedo l'ora. Yes, I'm so excited. I can't wait. Or another example could be, tomorrow night I'm going to cook for you. Non vedo l'ora. I'm so excited. I can't wait. The next one is che figata. Che figata. It means what a cool thing, or just the best translation is just cool. That's so cool. So an example would be, we learned how to make handmade pasta. Like if you came back to your hotel and you're telling the person at the desk that you've built a rapport with, oh, we learned how to make pasta today. Che figata. They might say, che figata. That's so cool. Or you might hear someone say you're visiting an artisan and he says, I'm a shoemaker. I've been making shoes for 30 years the way my great-grandfather taught me. You could say back, che figata. That's so cool. Okay, so the next one is, hi Kitab, thanks for coming. The next one is figurati. Figurati. It means no worries, don't worry about it, it's nothing. You hear it sometimes in replace of you're welcome. And an example could be if someone said, if you said, thank you so much for the great meal, they might say back, figurati. Or if you arrive at your hotel and they're like, I'm so sorry, your room is not ready yet, you could say figurati, like, don't worry, we're just gonna chill here, no stress, we're early anyway, figurati, don't worry. All right, we've got 3 more phrases. And the next one is che schifo. Che schifo. I like this one too. It means disgusting or how disgusting. So an example could be if you said to your Italian friend that gave you a suggestion, or didn't give you a suggestion because you ended up going to this disgusting place, you could say, I tried the gelato at that gelateria in the touristy area by the Vatican. Che schifo. So you're saying, I tried that gelato, che schifo. It was horrible. So a vulgar way of saying the same, it's a similar phrase or similar meaning, but it's vulgar. So you definitely don't want to use this unless you're really comfortable with the person, they are really a friend. So it is mi fa cagare. Mi fa cagare. It literally means it makes me poop. Yep, I just said that. It makes me poop. Mi fa cagare. So I think of it as kind of how we say it makes me want to puke, you know, like it's so disgusting, it makes me puke. Sometimes instead of saying it's disgusting, we say it makes me puke. So it's the same kind of thing. It makes me poop, puke, same thing. I don't know. But it means that's awful. So an example would be that restaurant, oh, mi fa cagare. Or if you've been watching my previous live coffee chats, then you know what I mean by this one. A cappuccino after lunch, oh, mi fa cagare. Mi fa cagare. So as you know, if you were watching my previous lives, I went through one about coffee culture, and I taught you how Italians don't ever have warm milk after breakfast, like anytime after they've had breakfast, because of the way that the warm milk apparently interrupts digestion. It's just built into their culture that the thought of having warm milk in your stomach after a big meal is disgusting to them. So that's a fun one. So che schifo is the safer one to use. If you want to go out on a limb and try to be really cool, you might try to use mi fa cagare. All right, 2 more. The second to last one here is dai, dai. It means come on. I know it sounds like I'm telling you to go die, but it's D-A-I, dai. So I remember when I was first studying abroad in Italy, I would be walking in the streets and see these old ladies walking their dogs, and they kept saying, die, die. And I was like, why is she telling her dogs to die? Like, what is going on? What does that word mean? She's just telling her dog, hurry up, come on, let's go. Get it, like, do your business and let's go. Die, come on. So an example could be, you can also use it to say, not just like, come on, but if someone refuses something, it's a way to encourage them, like, oh, come on. So let's go to Sicily. And you say, no. They might say back, dai, like, oh, come on. Or to push someone to do something. So one more shot of limoncello, dai. So it's kind of like an encouragement. And it can also be similar to stop it. So if you're sharing your ice cream with someone, I have such a sweet tooth, so I hate sharing my desserts anyway. But when I do, you know, when you decide to be generous and share with someone, and they sit there and take like multiple really huge bites, and you're just like, oh, come on, like don't take all of it. So if someone is taking huge bites, you could say dai. And I, like, in my head when I say that, I can so see like these little Italian kids that use that a lot to kind of complain. And the last one is pretty simple. It's bo, bo. I still use this. This one has stuck even in my English vocabulary. When I come back home from Italy, I still use it all the time. It's a quick way to say I don't know, or to show that you're indecisive. So you would, so if someone asks, if the person at the hotel says, so would you like to book the cooking class or the wine tour? You might say, both, like, I don't know. I don't know how to make up my mind. They both sound amazing. Both, I don't know. Another example could be, you come back from being out and about all day and you tell the person at the front desk all the different things you did. And they say, how did you do so many things in one day? Boop. I don't know, made it happen. Boop. And then the last example is if someone, like if the person helping you at the front desk asks, what time is your flight tomorrow? You might say, boop, I have to check, I don't remember. So I'm gonna do a quick review over these phrases. But I hope that you'll be able to kind of hold on to these. I mean, a lot of these are just one word, so it's so much easier than learning Italian as a whole language, or even learning the basic phrases. If all you can do, if your primary goal is to be able to connect with the locals you come in contact with, then at a bare minimum, learn these phrases, because these will be the easiest way to like get a double take from the locals, where they're like, wait, what? How do you know that? And they'll be curious and they'll open up to you. So the first one was Salve, come va, which is just a more casual way to say, how's it going, instead of like, how are you? Come va. The next one was Macché, which means it's a way of saying no that expresses disappointment or disbelief. Macché. Did you make it to the Vatican before it closed? Macché. The next one is Eccome. Oh, sorry, I'm mixing this up with the next one. Eccome. Eccome. So this is a more emphatic way to say yes, which is like absolutely, or you better believe it. Did you like the gelato? Eccome. Like, how could I say no? Of course I did. And then the next one, Eccomi, which means here I am, or I'm here. So if you're running late to a meeting, you finally get there, you can say Eccomi. Facciamo il chilo. So that's, let's have a rest after lunch. We ate so much, we need a rest now. Facciamo il chilo. E tutto pepe. E tutto pepe means he's so full of life, or she, so sunny and vibrant and makes everyone happy. E tutto pepe. Or the other way that I mentioned is solare. So Alessandro, ciao, thanks for coming, Alessandro. Let me see what he's saying here. Leaving me some fun comments. Let's see. Che cosa facciamo dopo? Boh. Yeah, that's another example. So Alessandro is tuning in here and he's giving an example of how to use boh. So che cosa facciamo dopo? Like, what are we doing later? I don't know. I can imagine you would also use it, like the famous question, what's for dinner? Che cosa mangiamo per cena? What will we eat for dinner? Boh, I don't know. Okay, and then Alessandro vieni. Okay, so another example for Eccomi, which means here I am, is like if your mom is saying Alessandro vieni, which means Alessandro come, like when your mom's calling you to come inside. Eccomi, I'm here, I'm coming. Awesome, thanks for those examples, Alessandro. Love that, love that. Okay, so the next one was non vedo l'ora, which means I can't wait. Che figata, che figata. What a cool thing. So if you tell someone, we learned how to make handmade pasta today, they might respond, che figata, that's so cool. Figurati is the next one. Figurati, it's another way of saying you're welcome, don't worry about it, it's nothing. I'm so sorry your room is not ready yet. Figurati, don't worry. Che schifo. Che schifo. How disgusting. Or the more vulgar version, mi fa cagare, which, if you remember, means it makes me poop. Oh, gotta love it. Okay, so the next one was dai, which means come on, and bo is the last one. Bo, B-O-H, bo. And as Alessandro gave us the example, che cosa facciamo dopo? What are we doing later? Bo, I don't know. Okay, so that's our coffee chat today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned some fun phrases. If you have ideas for other things you would like me to cover in these coffee chats, please leave me a comment and let me know. These are for you. I put this content out purely to help you and to bring you deeper into the Italian culture. So let me know what you would like to hear. And if you liked my Zoom background here, this beautiful Italian vista, it's actually a village called Barga in Tuscany. And we have a blog post that has 10 different Zoom backgrounds of these little hidden beautiful gems in Italy. They're all photos that I took, and you can download them in the link in the blog post. So go to the description here of this video, and it'll say get our free Italian Zoom backgrounds, and that's what you can click to check those out and get those yourself. It's great for some daydreaming action. If you have some long boring meetings you have to sit in, you can just kind of stare off into your background and imagine you're there. So yeah, all right, thanks guys for tuning in, and we do these every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So tune in next week, and if you want to make sure you get reminders, there are instructions in the description, or you can also sign up for our newsletter where we'll let you know there, and that's in the description as well. Okay, so ciao, we'll catch you next time.